me to present to you, husband. I'm glad I'm not the only one who was stupid enough to fall for that. Friggin' Gen Zers trying to make their viral TikToks at my expense. Ah! I've never wanted to identify more as a tower in my life. Hello there, and welcome back to the Slob channel. Do you have an interpretation of who I am, what I am? I'm sure by the simple surface level, you have an interpretation that I'm a well-adjusted slime lady of certain proportions. Well, interpretation is a very interesting thing, and one thing that I aspire to is to help interpret animation. Animation leads to many things being interpreted from one reason or another, much like how I can interpret that you might actually be a functional human being with the right kind of credence in your life. However, our good friend Carbots has made an interpretation of Elden Ring in his animated form. If you don't know Carbots, he is an animator known for the StarCrafts kind of stuff from back in the day, and has since gone on to make some amazing animations in the style of things like Terminal Montage does. And on a personal level, Carbots is actually quite close to my heart, as they were a good friend of mine back in the day who actually taught me my foundational knowledge on how to animate. So today, we're going to be going in and checking out Carbots' most recent entourage into Elden Ring. Back in the day, Carbots was a friend of mine, and he was the person who taught me how to animate. And this was a picture that he drew for me back when he was sort of teaching me the whole ropes. And it was kind of like a fun little thing. We were kind of into StarCraft together, and yeah, so that's how I know Carbots, because he made this for me. Anyway, so we're going to be watching Carbots' animation for Elden Ring and see where he's taken himself in his life. It's nice to see that he's kind of branched out to do this new theme of stuff. Wow. Oh, he's such a fresh little babby going out in the world. He's gonna get goddamn murdered. Haha, he thinks that he can fight. That's adorable. Time to get Vigor check. Yeah, beat him up. And so it began. Surely not everything will kill me dead. The people who never played any of the other Souls-like games got dragged into playing Elden Ring because it became popular. Like, all those people that warned me about Souls-like games being hard were lying. They couldn't possibly be that hard. Instant ego check. God, I've loved seeing Carbots' animation, like, evolution. And yet, that's still not as absolutely wrecked as you'd be if you live in England and go to Birmingham for 5 seconds. Oh no, don't fall for it. Why, yes, because if the enemy aren't your worst enemy, then you are your own worst enemy. At least that's what my schizophrenia tells me. All right, we're going to watch the entire series. Let's go. Honk, honk. Ah, yes. The first moment you realize where everything leading up to the boss was actually just a reality check. You gotta live and you gotta learn. Just roll more. Do some spins. That'll work. Gotta say, out of all the Souls-like games, Margaret was definitely has been one of the best filters, if you will. You either ride up and fight the man to the bitter end, or you live long enough to realize that you suck at this game and you gotta get good. Well, rip those souls! Dude, man's getting slammed more than the friggin'... Man's getting slammed more than the average Brit trying to work with the NHS. Time for exploration! Time to completely... Ah, yes. Hubris. The ultimate defeater of, people's vigor within a Souls game. No matter how much you get over-leveled, nothing will compromise for your woeful lack of bitches and skill. Ta-da! Good old trusty Patches. Guys, Patchets never did anything wrong. By the way, if you had to use this to beat Margaret, congratulations, you're officially the equivalent of using Viagra. Guys, he could get it up as much as he wanted. He just needed a little bit of help. He just needed a little bit of help. You know, the little blue pill? He just needed a little bit of help. He could have done it as much as he wanted himself. He just needed a wee bit of help. Wait, stealth in a Souls game? Ah! Huh. Must have been the wind. Stealth, not even once. Oh, he coming. Chonka boy coming. You can tell that he's absolutely played Elden Ring because he fully knows that the one enemy worse than yourself and the enemy you're fighting is the camera. You don't know that when you go into a 1v1 against a boss, it's actually a 2v1. No, a 3v1. You are fighting the boss, yourself, and the camera angles. I have never been called out with a representation of my ADHD. This is ADHD in a nutshell, and I don't like that. Yep, I know that feeling all too well. So Thorin, thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, and by the way, using your mount to kill things is the equivalent of using, is the equivalent of taking a small blue pill, because you know you're such a bottom little baby that you can't fight the boss properly, so you gotta abuse the mechanics of being on the horse like a little pussy. Can't be fat rolling. Gotta make sure you're optimized and fast. Okay, there are several feelings in this world that feel terrible. 1, not filing your taxes at the right time. 2, being turned down for a job. 3, getting told that you have a micro penis. And 4, going from fast rolling to fat rolling. And I don't know in which order those are the worst, but I'm pretty sure fat rolling is at the top. Wait, is this the same one? Nani? Oopsie. Silly me. Oh, look! People from Birmingham! Yeah, that's definitely from Birmingham. Enough knife crime to make a Brit envious. Don't go into those caves. There are people from Essex down there. You summon it, pussy, pussy. Okay, if you've told me you've completed Elden Ring and you've had to summon other people to complete it, I don't consider you an equal. I will only consider you an equal if you're able to play the game and beat it solo. I have beat Elden Ring with 0 vigor, solo, with no summons. Get on my level, you casual. And yet, even with all of that, it's still not capable of me being able to solo your mum. Because she's fat. Gatekeeping? What's that? I'm not gatekeeping anything. Why would I want to gatekeep anything? If I gatekept something, it means to be kept away from me. I'm merely trying to tell you that you're lacking in skill. No, it's not gatekeeping. It's simply my egotistical way of proving my superiority because I'm British and have an ego problem and a complete narcissistic sociopathy problem that makes me believe I'm better than everyone because I did something no one else has, and that if anyone else doesn't do it the way I do it, then you're clearly not as good as I am. Yes, I am a games journalist. Damn it! He's rested at the bonfire. Well, we can't take him now. That'd be rude. The sign that you've played this game one too many times is when this poor, disheveled dragon ends up being the poor subject of your aggression. Death by 1,000 cuts. Just because. Guys, can we please stop trying to replicate what it's like to work for the NHS? They're already crippled. They're already suffering from the existence of being British. We've got to stop attacking the vegetables. I mean, it's free souls. If it didn't want to get harvested for its internal components, it shouldn't have existed in my proximity. I love how, like, Carbots' animation is the depiction of how simple equals consistent.
Storming the castle.
Like, this is how Carbots gets out his animation so quickly. Because this dude, when I used to talk to him, we used to talk about the fact that he can get out an episode of this every week. And it's predominantly just because the style is so simple. When you cut down on complexity and focus on the things that matter. I've talked about this before. This is how you make things smarter rather than more difficultly.
Get away?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine, guys. They're fine. Dude, that one item. The first time I played through it, I had no idea how to get there, and it vexed me. I spent way too long trying to figure out how to get that. And I died like twice trying to.
Surprise, mother.
Oh my god, he's taking him. He's taking him. In a fight, of course. The other day, I saw a Tarnished walking down that road. And I said, Tarnished, why are you walking down that road? There's nothing down there except death and destruction. And then he flew away. It was some birds. Must have been the wind. Look, Miyazaki wants you to appreciate the feet mechanics. He doesn't want you to have to appreciate the stealth mechanics. That ain't gonna be a good hiding place. He's gonna touch your balls. He's gonna touch your balls. Damn, the giant kind of caked up though. Are we getting a bird up moment? I think we're getting a bird up. Oh, Carbots. Carbots, why? Dude, I've just seen something. My guy was working smarter, not harder. See this little line going down the middle? He made a line of symmetry. He drew everything on the left and then mirrored it. And you want to know why I can tell? Because he's got these little overlaps that are in the same place on either side. And he thinks that he can just have a little black dot on this side to break up that symmetry. But I see it. I see that. My animator eyes. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. This is good, dude. I love this. I am so happy to see that Carbots kind of evolved into doing more than just being a Blizzard bitch. And now we get to meet the crusty old man. Foul tarnished, burden of the Elden Ring. I'll take yous in a fight and definitely not abuse amalgamation of dragons. I'm gonna give you the bad dragon. Come on, I command thee, kneel. Kneel and take my bad dragon. If Margaret was a vigor check, this man's was a life check. Don't. That dragon was dead. Let him rest in peace.
Wait, did you know that we have a Discord and a Twitch? No? Well, now you do. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you click those little links over there and be part of the fun? Just like the rest of us cool kids, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but real talk, can that be me? Poor dragon. That's not how you get a flamethrower. And is this the point where the man discovers that he can summon the best summonable in the game for a new player, which is called the little squiddy boy? Summon little octopus buddy. Summon B-O-B. Big octopus buddy. No, jellyfish buddy. Summon the jellyfish. Best new player summon. Like I said, no level of upgrades or gear will compensate for your inability to have skill. Oh no, he's poison abusing! In fairness, the first time I killed him, okay. I don't know if I can find the clip, but the first time I killed this guy, I died at the exact same time he died because he was poisoned by the jellyfish's rot. No more bad dragon. Shame. Shame. Episode 7. Dude, these are so good though. Ah, yes. I'm so glad nothing bad will ever happen to this character.
Come back.
What was that noise? Oh, that was the Void Reaver noise from World of War. Dude, why am I so fucking cooked? How can I hate the fact I recognize that noise. That's the sound of the Void Reaver from World of Warcraft. Ah, yes, what it's like to live in student accommodations at university. Just slightly more clean. Grr! Bruh, we came here to help you! I'm glad I'm not the only one who was stupid enough to fall for that. Ah, yes, the foul beast. No! What happens to the lady? How am I supposed to get maidens now? Guys, I think sometimes we forget about the fact this entire game is progenerated around the fact that you're trying to get maidens. But that weapon sucks! You committed murder for a terrible +8 weapon? Damn, absolutely maidenless behavior. Cuphead reference. Hello, the phone's ringing.
Tickets to Volcano Manor. Would you like to go with me?
Volcano Manor? Iron Mouse is the, X. This game made me afraid of lobsters. Crustacean? More like crustaceusy. Crustace should have stayed home. Friggin' Counter-Strike Source AWP sound. These things are the worst enemy to ever exist in a Souls-like game. Thank goodness they only stick around for 5 seconds and nothing bad will happen to you afterwards. Oh wait, I lied! Back foul demon! You're more clingy than my ex! And yet that's still less grating than dealing with the average 7-year-old Russian in Counter-Strike. Okay, can anyone else be honest with me? How many of you, along with me, could not for the life of them find out where this key was and had to resort to using a guide? Not talking like this was a skill check, but it was a brain check.
Wow,
Oh,
guys, what a great episode.
you're stealing my
Me,
key?
your best friend. You can get 20...
Roadblock, more like dragon block. Stupid bad dragon. But they love you! They see you as their new favorite Twitch streamer because Amaranth isn't streaming today. And they just want to give you the same affection they give to them. Bye. Yeah, you ain't important enough. You ain't got no pancake mix. You ever just think about the fact that 90% of the people you kill in this game are just dudes hanging out, and then you come along and perceive to give value to their lives as though they're the problem? Do you ever just think about the fact that maybe, just maybe, you're the problem? Everyone else is just vibing out, doing their own thing, living their lives, and then you come along and put the value on their lives as, yeah, your life is worth more as souls in my ass than worth in what you were doing before being a functional member of society. Oh wait, sorry, no, that was my metaphor for the British government. Brother in Christ, it is the year of our Lord and Savior 2025 and you're still making screaming goat jokes. Puppy! Woof! Meow, 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 meow. Hello, definitely not Sif from Dark Souls. Wouldn't be amused. Guys, am I a functionally normal human being for the fact that I cannot be the only person that, when I saw these creatures, had to have a hear me out moment? Sure, you know, they might have giant flails on them, but on the inside, tentacles. Now guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Tentacles. Akami! Hi, Kami. Oh no. These things always make me giggle so much. They're such little goobers. Uh-oh. Time to have a phobia of men. And to then be reminded that you need to go for your scrotal examination. Guys, remember, it's important to get yourselves checked. Ball cancer is not fun. Man! You can't get away from him. Wait! Did that actually work? I took that man, like, straight up the way God intended. You mean to tell me that you could actually just kill him that way? You know, I am never taking a man again in a fight.
It's me, he's your best friend. You can
God.
get 20% off all our merch.
Now I feel stupid. Well, at least I proved my skill. Ah, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, lest we remind ourselves that every Souls game is not a game designed for us to test our skill. It's a game designed to prove that Miyazaki has truly the weirdest fetishes out there. Feet. And we'll put the one thing more diabolically grim and disgusting than eldritch monsters in his game. Children. Ew! 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 Guys, it's not a Geneva Convention violation. We're merely cleansing the world of the torment of children. Ah, soothing. Oh, poor baby doesn't know there's a phase 2 still. The return, the power of a returning of a self-reference joke. Just don't target Smile. Kind of disappointed we didn't get a Kamehameha reference, but okay. Mmm, tasty adventurer. Yummy. Gotta be reminded that every boss encounter is just a reminder that you're terrible at the game and you gotta get good. You gotta raise that power level. And that's the least violent thing you'll see in this game. The only thing this game lacked was Sunbro.
Can I do your makeup? Change your name? Respect or something?
Yo, bro, I know you just murdered my ass and you want to wonder how I made it out alive, but can I make you look pretty? You look good in some Gucci. Woof. Woof. Nah, this definitely won't be a trap.
Oh.
Oh no! It was a trap! How could that have happened?
Oh. Oh.
This was the time you realized you had entered hell. Also known as Ohio. Welcome to Alabama. No escape. No escape. You're here forever. Okay, does anyone want to take a wild guess? How many people do you think ended up in there, got so spawn camped that they quit the game and restarted or just gave up entirely? I guarantee you this cave has claimed more people's runs and yearning to play the game than any of the other boss fights. Oh no! Kaled. When you realize that everything you've experienced up until now was just the tutorial. Oh my god, these are so good though. And we got so many to watch! You know, Annie, you're kind of true. There are two types of people who play this game. There are the casuals who get themselves wrecked like this fella does, and then there are the people that live this game like it's their entire life. Also, once again, proving that Hideo Miyazaki has some kind of obscene hyperfixation for certain body parts being disproportionately large. Definitely not compensating for a micro penis, of course. You damned if you do, damned if you... Today, I squashed a sim. It was the best day ever. But he was kind of hot, and I really enjoyed squashing him. Get the fuck down! Run! Run! I'll be honest, that boss, I didn't even realize it was a boss. It was, I don't think I've ever died to that boss in any of my playthroughs. Get out of here, dragon!
Hey guys, it's me. It's
The only thing that's gonna be dragging around here are these nuts on your face. And then he discovers the best character, Rani. My queen! My wife, I love her. Uh-oh. Legend of Zelda music. The only thing we need now are the sound of the mummy creatures from Legend of Zelda to really give me PTSD of my childhood. Hubris. Yeah, dude, the re-deads noise from Zelda. Those things just fill my brain. Come on, you got this! Yeah! You want to say something then, Dragon? And it's probably going to be terrible. You did it, though! You got the completely useless item! How are you gonna get back now, huh? Again, the only worse enemy than a boss is yourself. And some of these bosses just like to show off their dance skills. Yeah. All right, number 40.
Announcement. There has been comments on our channel posing as us, saying you want a prize. This is a scam.
What
This is not us.
motherfuckers?
You don't win anything on this channel. There's a blue check mark.
Dude, some people are just absolute shitters, I swear. We live in a world filled with bears. That's a big bear. That's a big bear. That's a guy. Oh no. The first adventure was too soft. The next adventure was too hard. But you, adventurer, you're just right. I'm adopting you now and making you my new pet. time to become the new member of the family. I think the bear likes you. Dude, these bears are more durable than my sanity, I swear. No bear should have that amount of health. Oh my god. You heard of Cocaine Bear. Now the sequel, Mega Shotgun Cocaine Bear.
Hey guys, it's me.
Dude, those bears are legitimately one of the worst enemies in the entire game. Not because they're hard or anything, because they have too much goddamn health. Yeah, you get that good scratch. I never understood these things. Is he about to meet the furry? Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Yeah, Blide! My husband, I love him, not because I'm a furry, but because he's sexy. Listen, I'm not saying that listen, I am totally normal about Blight. I am totally normal. There's nothing in this world I would not do for that man. I would absolutely give him everything he ever wanted. If he wanted me to charge headfirst into some enemies for him, I would charge headfirst into enemies. If it meant I got even an iota of his attention, I would do everything. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. What's a treat? What's a treat? Oh.
There you go, mate. Name's Blythe. You want to help me with something?
That's adorable. Honestly, kind of surprised they didn't make a Brian Griffin reference. See what I mean?
Appreciate the help, mate.
They say that the perfect husband doesn't exist. Well, what's this then? What's this? They say that the perfect husband doesn't exist. Well, why? Why Blythe? Explain Blythe. Explain, huh? Explain. Or do you think he's too naughty? Not a furry, by the way.
Me,
Not a furry.
best friend, and it is
Guys,
finally here.
you're
after
not.
Years
Okay,
of
okay,
waiting.
you know, wait. Allow me to present to you, husband. Anyone who believes that Blight is not perfect husband, may I present to you evidence A? Man's is perfect. Man's feels emotions. Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? Such a good pupper. Such a good puppy pupper. First he protect, and then you give pet. And then he remembers he's a stone cold warrior. I freaking love that so much. Oh, Mr. Relaxo. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought these things were powered by a friggin' onboard motor. Yeah, now you're gonna get absolutely wrecked by his summons. Can do the work himself. Dude, I absolutely love. Like, this is what I talk about all the time, right? When it comes to, like, fundamentals of animation. It may be a very simplistic style. It may not be the most, like, aesthetic style. But just look at the level of detail that goes into like the action, reaction, the very small micro movements, the very small motions that they make. There's so much like attention to like the personality of the characters, and I love it. Freaking perfect undead laugh. He's just trying to chill. Yeah, guys, we're the bad guy here. Mans was just trying to chill. Mans was just rocking out, and we were like, no, we're gonna tear you apart for your components. Just living his best life. Yeah, classic boat boss. Deathroot? Yummy! I'm sure this won't be an insinuation about an addiction to drugs. I love these. I'm sure there's like a video that has them all together in one big like mega video. But can I be bothered to go find that? No. Also, dude, these tree sentinels, anything with this kind of vibe, peak Miyazaki design. I adore. Like, this is truly like how, like, when you look at these tree spirits, I think these are like the best example of Miyazaki with R.R. Martin's kind of like aesthetic really culminating together. And it's, dude, I'm so excited. Who else is excited for Bloodborne 2? I know it's not called Bloodborne 2. But who else is excited for Bloodborne 2? Who else is excited to have to buy a friggin' whole ass new console just to be able to play it? Because as if we didn't learn from our mistakes from the first Bloodborne game. Friggin' Sony, friggin' Nintendo, not letting us have Bloodborne on PC. Run away, little girl, run away! Hi there, buddy. And now you are soup. Now you are golf ball. Jolly good, jolly good. Run away! Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. Oh my god. The crystal tears of golf balls? That's ingenious. You see what I mean? You are the new person in the neighborhood, and you decide to be a problem and you don't expect people to get pissed off at you? You are literally the neighborhood asshole. It's not irrational to think these people are just defending themselves. They are holding their own. You invade their location, you invade their home, and you think they're the problem? Hey, look, a dog.
You can become Elden Lord.
What a weird looking dog. Thanks, dog. I'm good. That really tickled me. That really tickled me, I'm sorry. Yeah, time to do the average Dark Souls thing and read guides. Your skills may be lacking, but your internet connection is not. The big boss as an enemy might be able to run you down, throw you about, destroy you, obliterate you, but they cannot comprehend the power of third-party guides giving you second-hand information that you didn't farm yourself. Because there's something about playing the game yourself, sure. But why play the game yourself when you can let other people's experiences bolster your knowledge for you? Nothing says playing game than playing the game the way other people played it instead. And then you realize that no matter what gear you have, you still suck major donkey. Case in point! Gear does not overcome skill, and all those people like me who've done a 0 vigor or soul level 1 playthrough will attest to. Not about the gear, it's about how you play. Much like Thanos once said, death is inevitable. I am inevitable, and so is your death. Oh god, Grail Knights. Daddy? Manite? Good luck! Actually, you know what? I think that the Grail Knights are a good sign as to whether you've learnt the game. The first time I realized I was getting good was when I beat that Gale Knight that you have at the very beginning of the game before I'd beaten Margaret. Because these things are like such a roadblock, and you get such like a skill check from fighting them. But when you figure out how to beat them, you realize that they are the best example about how the fundamentals of the game work. Yeah, Crucible Knight, sorry. So anime! Yeah, they are just a pure skill check. You're either good enough to beat them or good enough to get beaten by them. I'm sure you guys enjoy getting beaten by them, right? Obviously, I mean in a fight. Harder! Harder! God, do it harder! Yes! Buff woof. You definitely have that physique. Oh no. Oopsie. Dost thou come before me to proclaim thyself as better than thou? Thou doth not even lift thy swine. Thou doth not contain enough maidens to swole with us, brother. Thou art but an insignificant speck by the might of the creatures in this land. The smallest knave doth be more robust than thou, scrawny cheeks. Being a normie and going to a furry convention be like... Ooh, Murray Purry notices your bulgy-walgy, scratches and claws you to death because you're big and strong. Ooh woo. Skill issue. I love these beasts. If you're at the beginning of the game, these beast men are one of the best ways of testing whether you know how to parry someone. Ma, there's a weird cat in the garden! Ma, there's a weird cat! And his really weird gay boyfriend. You wanna know a funny little thing, right? So you will never see Carbots' characters the same again. You wanna know why Carbots' animations are so easy to make and how, from a fundamental level, this is like one of the most fundamental things that helps you understand artwork. In animation, a lot of the time we're taught about the flour sack principle, where if you want to understand the fundamentals of animation, you treat something like a sack of flour. And you have the arms, the legs, and you move it. You move something like a sack of flour. And when you watch the Carbots animations, you notice how the main characters and most of the characters that Carbots make go by this notion of being essentially just a flour sack with legs. Yeah. Just as a thing. Simplicity at its finest. Revert things down to their component parts and figure out how to work with shapes rather than complexity.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full
Don't
picture.
just drink his goo like that! Kool-Aid Man needs his Kool-Aid!
General Radahn is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by nameless scarlet rot, his wits are long gone.
Gonna be honest, the first time I saw Radahn, I thought he was the goofiest looking thing imaginable. And then you realize that he's using anti-grav magic to make the horse lighter. Or make stuff lighter even. What is with Carbots and ass cleavage? God damn. You'll be fine. Just summon a veritable army. Alright. I want everyone to know I killed Radahn with 0 summons before they nerfed him. Back when he first came out, he was the first major road stop in the game. And people thought he was the hardest thing ever. And then they discovered Millennia. I'm sure that's nothing. Yeah, like you. You're now nothing. Again! Ah, taking the pussy approach, I see. Dun, dun, dun! Avengers! He knew! He knew! Oh, hell no, I ain't getting involved in this shit. The only person with logical common sense in the entire party. Dun 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 da da da. Gee, I sure am glad he doesn't have a mid-fight extra move. Oh no, he has a mid-fight extra move! You know, at some point I want to go back and play through Dark Souls 1 just so I can show you, like, you know how, like, back when Dark Souls 1 first came out and everyone thought Ornstein's Smaug were the hardest thing imaginable? Yeah, if you ever watch somebody go through the Dark Souls games, they'll get to Ornstein's Smaug and hate themselves. I was watching a streamer friend of mine the other day trying to fight Ornstein's Smaug, and they were literally losing their mind. But you could tell they'd never played any of the other Souls games because it's not that Ornstein's Smaug were necessarily that hard. If you go through all the Souls games, you play Dark Souls 1, kill Ornstein's Smaug, go through, play Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, do Elden Ring, go back and fight Ornstein's Smaug again, and you realize that Ornstein's Smaug aren't really that hard by comparison. Not because they're easy, but because you just got a lot better from playing all the other games. Also, Artorias is one of the best fights ever, and I love Dark Souls 1 solely for that fight. Yo, the Terras, thank you for that follow. Nice. I loved Radahn. What a fun fight he was. What a fella. Are we having a true enemy that is the camera? Yup. Uh-oh. I'm sure not. Mia's Miyazaki, I can forgive many things. I can forgive your abhorrent use of your foot fetish in the game. I can forgive you imparting your weird kinks on us through your game. The one thing I cannot abide by is your camera angles and your incessant need of putting those stupid googly-eyed frogs in every single game, making me having to be reminded that there is a feeling worse than stepping on a triangular Lego at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oops. Oh my god. I've been saying it. The camera is the worst enemy. Yeah, sleep jogging. Thank you for the follow as well. It's at this point you realize that no matter how hard you try, it was going to be all rigged from the start. Yo, Mickey, get that. Did you get that on camera? Yo, we need to record this guy falling off the cliff. Yo, did you get that? Yo, you get that? We need to record this guy sleeping with your wife. My what? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They are the true enemy. Insert Bort of the Boreal Valley. Bort of the Boreal. Bort of the Boreal Valley? Boreal Valley? Valley? Bort of the Boreal. Vort of the Boreal Valley, but Vort of the Boreal Valley. Holy tongue twisty mother trucking, what the? Dude, I think I just had a stroke. Uh-oh, he's got a gap. Nuked from orbit. At that point, they should have given him the quote from StarCraft 2 of the siege tank sieging up. And yes, then you're reminded that even after you've dealt with the bosses, even after you've dealt with the horrendous camera angles, even after you've dealt with the weird inflections of weird kinks from Hideo Miyazaki, the other thing you've got to then contend with are other players! Yeah! You know that you are absolutely cucked when this is the kind of stuff you're dealing with when you get invaded by other players.
Oh, look at this.
Is that legs with the
There's
Just,
no way
just, just watch. Just watch.
It's like,
Hey there, buddy. Yeah. Oh, you want to 1v1 me? Yeah, we're in the PvP area where we're gonna 1v1. Oh, that's great. Sure, I'll 1v1 you, bro.
Here he comes.
Psych! Psych!
Oh, he's fucking running. Oh, he just cornered himself.
That is the degeneracy of the other players in Souls-like games. They will feg you up more than most bosses. Surprise, mother trucker. Insert stains of time. Monsoon looking dude. Uh-oh, a mimic. Look, guys, we can all have a laugh about this, right? I was in the pub the other day, and I was telling my friends about my experiences in Elden Ring, and it was such a funny joke, right? I told the best joke about Elden Ring. I laughed, the barman laughed, the chair laughed, we killed the chair. It was a good time. Hi. So, Always expect the unexpected in a Souls game. No, stop putting Zelda music in this. You're giving me PTSD. Oh god. Something about Zelda music just kind of hits different. One of the original dark fantasy games. Like, some of this music just actually gives me a Pavlonian response. The sound of the mummy-type creatures, the music from, like, creepy areas, the howl of the wolves, the ow! Or the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because it sounds kind of cute and adorable, but then you realize that that music means that you're lost in the Lost Woods and there's people that go into those woods and never come out. What are you? I didn't realize they took homage from my raid alert. Oh, so this is what happens when he gets access to the internet for the first time. Man connected to the internet and got to see the internet for 5 seconds. Dude, it's okay. It's only Caramel dancing.
I see.
I don't see you anymore. No, don't kick me in my eyeballs. No, my balls! My eyeballs! Now listen here, don't you go fondling that eyeballs.
I see.
Why am I such a giggly bitch for this kind of stuff? Okay, that was funny. Come on, do math. Open the door. You stupid. You stupid. I've never wanted to identify more as a tower in my life. I could take him. If I transformed into a tower, I could take him. Relatable. Hong Kong. Ew, pukey. Oh, these things are the worst. Like, I actually hate these things. Legitimately, anytime I've ever had to go down into one of these tunnels, I do everything in my power to not have to, because they are the most frustrating. And please, tell me I'm not the only one who didn't realize for the first couple playthroughs that the way you're supposed to deal with a lot of these sections is by landing on the top of them. Especially in the lava areas, you're not supposed to go through the lava to traverse them. You're supposed to land on top of them and ride them like an actual chariot. Like, talk about big brain moment when you realize that. Oh no, the poor Skelly bros. Whose car is this? The other one. That's what. Truly, a depiction of tier 3 subbing and simping for your favorite Twitch streamer. Guys, we're not making you aware of the fact we stole all your money. But, you know, there's reciprocation here. You want my attention? That's gonna cost you. Actually, how many of these are there? Oh my god, there's 113 of these. Right. Well, I guess we're gonna do this in 2 parts. Yeah. So if you guys want us to watch more of these, if this video does well, we'll come back and watch more of them. But we'll watch a few more now. But I'll come back and do more of this if this does well. Compensating much? Ah, yes, the one thing scarier than any of the monsters. Myself! See, now this is the part where you realize you are just a sociopath. This is an entire civilization of tribal creatures living their life the best way they can. And then you come along and are like, oh yes, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna do the America to this place. Listen, I just want to kill your god. Is that so much to ask for? Look, I just want to kill your god. It's nothing that big, dude. Don't think too deep about it. I'm just gonna kill your god, okay? I do love the design of these things, though. Dear God! It's at this point you realize that Herder's strength build is good build. Why worry about intelligence when Herder's strength?
The Carbots animations YouTube final figurine is available.
As I said, we're gonna watch a couple more of these.
Why? Because it's our 10th.
We'll watch a couple more, and then I'll see how this does when it goes live, and we'll, depending on how well it does, we'll come back and watch the others at some point. This will probably be like 2 or 3 parts worth. Ew, stinky. You stanky ass. See what I mean? Strength build, best build. No need to think when strength. Brother, please stop. I've eaten too many biscuits. Thank you, Pug. I appreciate that. And at some point, you sit there and realize that you don't have to fight everything. Sometimes you just want to... Sometimes it's best to just run through. Oh God, the bear's got the gat! Fatality. Finish him.
Animations YouTube's final figurine.
Oh wait, you did. I love the fact that bear's the running joke here. Bear's got a shotgun. I'm sure nothing bad happened. Friggin' Gen Z is trying to make that viral TikToks at my expense! Ah! Yo, I'm gonna get the ad revenue from this, right? Nuh-uh-uh! Brother, this is episode 29. It's episode 29. You should be good at the game by now. Or not. Hey. Do a flip whilst you die. It'll be great for the views. Aw, come on. Okay, I'm glad to know I'm not the only person who fucked up there. Aw, he's trying to innovate. He's trying to innovate and learn.
The Carbot animation.
Too bad you can't innovate on 0. 0 brain cells times 0 brain cells is still 0 brain cells. Oh, I didn't realize we were going down the DreamWorks level of humor. Let me guess, a minion is going to walk out of there from Incredible Me. Do not go in there! What were you eating? What did you eat? Did you have one fry from McDonald's? What the hell, dude? Oh my god. Yo, that was our thing! Nah, you know what? It wasn't worth it. Hi, Psycho. Didn't expect Lisa. This is where this is what Miyazaki likes to refer to as the Menoporal Museum. This is where all the women go when they hit 50. They're not the rest of the world's problem, but they can be each other's problem. Oh, God. Look, they're trying to be hip with the kids. That was really clever. I love it. Oh my god. And you know what? The weapon you get from that guy, one of the best faith weapons in the game. Hi, buddy. No, not Margaret again.
Margaret is easy, eh?
Nobody expects the second Margaret.
You can get all the
Dude, you fight that guy like 4 times in the game. Nothing like reusing assets. Ah, welcome to the city, but you forgot what... That used to be one of my donation alerts, and it just triggered some PTSD in me. Ya na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Bust it down sexual style like a cracked up white boy. You're in the place of gentrification. Done. Gonna kick your ass and throw you around. You're gonna die and eat so much shit on the floor. You're gonna die all the day. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 die. Da 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 die. Die 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 die. Da 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 da. Boo! You suck! You can't stop the music, baby. Run, Forrest, run! Today on Cops. He's heading into the local town.
We now have breaking.
Sir, please shelter me. I did nothing wrong. I only committed a little bit of murder.
I want to shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake your
This is getting so much better as time is going by. Holy crap. You can tell that Carbots really started having fun with this.
You can get all the merch for
Dude, and it's like, to me, this is like really heartwarming because I like when me and Carbots were like really good friends, we would always talk about like the idea of simplistic animation and everything, and we'd spend like, I know that like friendships fall apart and you sort of drift away from each other, but seeing someone I knew who was already relatively successful managed to break out of a niche that you thought they'd be stuck in. Because that's obviously the big thing, right? Carbots got popular for his StarCraft animations. But when you get caught up in an IP like that, you're afraid that that's all you're ever going to be known for. So the fact that he managed to branch out and be successful with other brands, just, it makes me really happy to see. Oh no. Oh no. Do do. Do 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 do. Gonna be a montage of your dying horribly over and over again. Gonna get you killed and dead again. That's my wife. She is my wife, not yours. Back the fuck off, otherwise I'll skin you alive.
This game. Yes, I don't know how to play. I'll play it anyway.
Okay, this
Today is another day.
this is smart, this is clever. I'll be coming for your souls, okay? No, Root, they're souls! They're souls! You can call them whatever you want, but they're souls. The Ballad of the Elden Ring player.
Just dodge attacks, they say. But bosses feel like they are cheating, rolling away.
This all sounds like a lot of copium.
Learning that dying's okay.
Aw, what's the matter, baby? You can't fight the boss? You can't fight the boss? Skill issue. Skill issue. Copium. Copium and skill issue. Seethe mold. Remember, finger butthole. Whoa, that's a crazy looking dog. Yeah, Betrayus, thank you for the follow. Say one thing, he certainly is persistent.
What is the game? Is it awesome or just a way to shed all my pain? It's got the things I didn't know that I wanted, still dying away. Why didn't I try finger butthole?
That's what I'm saying! What, you know, that's a solution to all world's conundrums. Got a problem, got a conniption with your eruption, got addiction on that fiction, got some ADHD, some rhythm with the tism, try finger butthole! It's always finger butthole! Your crew will be there with you. Never mind. Never mind. some say this is a whimsical music video. To me, this looks like a cry for help. Joke's on you, mother trucker. You forgoed the idea of help the second you pressed play. No help, only death. No help, only demise. Hey there, fella. That's so mean.
Praetor Rykard, Princess Rani, the twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania, General Radar.
Hi, how are you? Foul tarnished! Burden of the Elden Ring!
Foolish ambitions.
You will be vanquished for the glory of the Elden Ring.
Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Oh, what you gonna do? You gonna piss yourself? You gonna piss and shit?
Have it writ upon thy meager grave.
Like, I remember when I first played through this game, people were telling me this guy was gonna be one of the hardest bosses to fight. It took me 2 attempts. I wasn't even that over-leveled. I just think there was a bit of a skill issue going on. Buff power. He's starting to believe. He's starting to understand the chemistry of the game. John Wick.
Put these foolish
I have never used a summon in any of my stream playthroughs, so I have no idea whether this is actually just candid or whether this is like a joke.
It's a Zerg plush rush.
All right, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's where we're going to wrap this one up for today. If you guys want to see a part 2 of us watching the other stuff that from this series, and if you wanted me to watch any of Carbots' other animations, I would love to know. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you drop by the Twitch, check out the Patreon to support the channel and help lubricate the wheel of my content. That was going to go somewhere really weird. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!